What's going on YouTube? It is Texans Takeover back in another video. In today's video, I have another 7-round mock draft. We're picking here at 28 still. It's divisional week. I haven't done one of these since Monday night, excuse me, when we played the Steelers. I did one on that game day, but I did one for the Steelers and the Texans with no trades. This one is going to be with trades. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Finally have the picks right in comparison to Pro Football Network that does not have our picks right. So we're gonna start this off. See what happens. Caleb Downs goes to. I wonder what happens in that spot. Did I just see Jamal McCoy go all the way up at 7? He did. Um, yeah, I wonder what happens at this spot here with the Jets. Just because there is no Dante Moore left. He is not um, declaring for the NFL draft. He's going back to Oregon for his senior year. So really wonder what happens there. Cassius Howell goes all the way up at 8. A little bit bizarre. Sonny Styles all the way down at 11. Arvell Reese does go up there at 3. So Cowboys kind of left in a tough spot there, and they're able to go Kendrick Falk. TJ Parker goes there. Carnell Tate all the way down to 18. That's very random. And I haven't seen any offensive linemen off the board, and that's the truth. Yeah, no offensive lineman off the board besides Francis Malinoa at 27 and Caden Proctor at 24. Oh, Spencer Fauna at 21 too. Never mind. I guess it's just Ione and Malioa were the ones that I was thinking, hey, if Malinoa's on the board, I'm selecting him all day because he never falls down this far, but he ends up not. I think he will go top 10, maybe even 5 to the Giants or something like that, or 3 to the Cardinals. Just not the best draft class in my opinion, but there's that. Here at 28, I think this could be a trade down spot, to be honest. But at the same time, Olavide Ione, how many times is he going to drop to 28? Don't know. It's going to be my pick there at 28 pretty easily, in my opinion. And then we wait till 38 to have our next pick. And Monroe Freeling does fall here. A guy that I was considering at 28 just to bring him into the first round. I think he's a great player. Definitely got the size to play tackle in the NFL. And I keep saying this every single mock draft. You don't know what is going to happen um, with Trent Brown, excuse me. But if you could find the Jets here and pick up 44 and 103 for 38, and then maybe like a 175, maybe you look to like the Saints who have a 73, and then you give them 106 and 165, and then they give you 170 or 189. I think that's a very fair trade. If you can drop down 4 spots, those teams need tackles. I'm just gonna go with what I think is the best player available in Monroe Freeling. I do like Pregnon. If Ione wasn't there in the first, that would have been my pick there. But Monroe Freeling, I think, is a great player. Got the size to play tackles, so I'm gonna take him there at what was it, 38? Yep, 38. Here down at 59, I think this is another potential trade down spot. But Dylan Tinneman is here. Could be considered. Kamari Ramsey as well. 2 very good safeties. And I think you're looking for safety in this draft, to be honest. And Dylan Tinneman, someone that can play down in the box, very good at defending the run as well as the pass. So that can be considered there. Kamari Ramsey's just a very good guy in coverage. Not really a good run defender. Basically another Kalen Bullock out of USC. So if I was to go safety, I'd go Dylan Tinneman. Just looked great this year, and he's young. Has some prowess and some time to develop as well. Kamari Ramsey, I think, is a year older. So yeah, I think I talked myself into it. I'm gonna go with Dylan Tinneman here at 51. I really wanted to trade down and pick up some picks so I could get Lee Hunter and Dylan Tinneman, but just didn't fall that way, and it puts us back up here at 69 with no real top options unless you want to go tackle, but we already went tackle available to us. You can look at the running back room. Emmett Johnson's there. I don't know when Jonah Coleman goes there at 43. You could consider him at 38 if you really wanted to, but I just think that's a little early for him. I prefer Emmett Johnson to him, to be honest. But yeah, not really anything there. Jake Slaughter potentially. So yeah, I think this is in fact a trade down spot here at 69. We'll see what team's available. 93. I'd like to move down into the 70s. Maybe like Tampa Bay giving us that. And 194, and we'll give them 244. I think that's fair. we'll offer that, see if it gets accepted. It is. So you pick up 77, 116, and 194. Ship away 69 and 244. Um, and, Buccaneers take the Giants' third-round pick, and we pick up some extra picks later in the draft. They go with Derek Moore. Really a great pick for them, in my opinion. Really good player out of Michigan, 11 sacks this year, been great for multiple years now. I think is going to be a premium edge in this draft just because he's able to play all three downs, and a lot of guys aren't. But yeah, that leads me here to 77. I like the idea of bringing in Jake Slaughter, and then I'm going to try to trade up. What's a team that needs the Vikings there at 82? Maybe you trade down here. Maybe you pick up a Ravens late. How early can I go? Maybe you do something like this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna offer this, see if we can pick up an extra pick. It's a 76% chance it should be accepted. So we drop down a little bit. Darrell Jackson Jr. does go there, but that allows me to have the weapons to move up here. And did the Vikings go with the running back already? I just have a feeling they're gonna take. Okay, they went Jadarian Price, so they're not going to. So you can jump to about like 85. Yeah, we'll go 85 with the Steelers here. If we give 106, 128, 194, 47% chance, we're gonna offer it. 3 attempts, 2 attempts, 1 attempt. Nope. Oh, I can't. Okay, I guess I just can't trade anymore. Oh, I can't trade at all throughout the rest of this draft. Okay, that's great. So I'm gonna go Jake Slaughter here. Yeah, a little unfortunate. Can I trade now? Oh, I can. Okay. 116, 165, 194, 485. That should be accepted. Okay, no it won't. 75% chance. So if you give us 214 back. Thank you. Okay. Finally pick up the picks we were looking for to move up to 85. So we still have 6 picks left in this draft, after moving down twice. And we're able to take Emmett Johnson here at pick number 85. I think it's a great pick. You don't have LJ Martin left in this draft, who I think would have been great for the Texans, but you look at Emmett Johnson here, put up 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns, and a pretty dynamic Nebraska offense. But the thing I like about Emmett Johnson, you see the gap grade and the zone grade. He's able to do both. So, he can play on all downs if you really want him to. Not that you're going to need him to, but if you want him to, he's going to be able to for you. I just think that's super valuable because it's not something the Texans currently have. I think Woody Marks, you can't really run the toss that you do with a Jawar Jordan. Nick Chubb, same thing. Jawar Jordan's only a toss guy. He can't really run between the tackles. I think Emmett Johnson would be able to be a bell cow back for us if he did come in. So that's the rationale behind that pick. I think that makes a lot of sense for us. You can go Sam Roosh here at tight end if you want to at 116. Just a really good option. Same with Marlon Klein, but does have drop concerns. I think Sam Roosh does too, yeah. You could go double running back with Katron Allen. You could get Joey Royer, who's a very solid tight end in the receiving game. I'm just gonna hold off. I don't like anything here really, to be honest. So another trade down potentially, and that's exactly what it's gonna be. 2 people want to trade up. Eagles, give me 151 and 122. Give me 179. Oh, if I give you 243, could you give me 151? No, you could not. What if I give you 194? And then we pick up 2 earlier picks. Yep, that works. Just trading around the board here, trying to get the capital that I want to get my guys, and it's a pretty similar spot here, to be honest. Nothing really changed. So maybe you trade down again, keep getting more and more picks. Get 138, 171 for 122, and 214, 243. 50-50. It's accepted. We moved down a very decent amount here this time. Just picking up more picks. I think Jalen Kilgore would have been my pick there to have some backup corner depth, but it's not necessary there. Here at 136, Joey Rory's there. That's hard to say no to. Tim Keenan's also a very intriguing option, just because he has a decent frame for a D lineman. Doesn't really stop the run at a great rate or win to the passer. But I think he's a developmental player that if he does end up declaring, which he will, um, you're able to get a decent amount of. Same with David OK. Um, Great frame, probably a little bit better against the run. Not playing all too much this year, but you look at last year's tape, it was very solid. The Arkansas team was just not the most functional this year, so that's going to be my pick here at 136, bolstering the defensive line because Amari Washington did, in fact, go back to college, so, um, you know, there's a lot of uncertainty on this D line class after he does in fact not go. Here at 138, I'm actually going to trade again, but this time it's going to be a trade up. Hopefully to like 143. No, we'll go a little higher. We'll go 140. Oh no, that's Titans. You don't trade in division. Browns. Yep, you can take it. There you go. We move up to 139 at the top of the fifth. And here at 138, you could go backup quarterback if you really want to, but I'm going to go Tim Keenan, probably. Actually, no. I'm going to go Pat Coogan here at 138. One of the better centers in this class, my draft crush. I've said this so many times. I think you could kick Jake Slaughter out to guard if you want to, but I don't think the competition would hurt if you bring in Coogan to compete against Slaughter. Just two very guard-like centers. I think they could both profile at both positions. Or, well, I guess technically three because there's a right and left guard, but you could put Coogan on the left if you really want to, if you're planning on moving Titus back out to tackle. But yeah, Monroe Freeling, I just think the offensive line depth can't hurt, and Pat Coogan's a great option there at 138. Probably, in my opinion, a top 75 player in this class, and you're getting him at 138. I know PFF doesn't see it that way, but I personally do. And then here at 139, I'm going back to Tanner Koziel again. Just really like the player, and I think it's a good fit there. I think he'll be able to take over for a Dalton Schultz once his contract runs out. Here at 171, we're going to trade down again. We're going to pick up 184, 219, maybe, if that's able. Eh, I want a team with like like this, something like that. Yeah, what the Browns have, and then you pick up probably an extra sixth or an extra seventh, something like that. But we'll do this just to trade down a very solid amount, pick up 3 picks in the process. Because you have some needs at the back end of the draft that you probably want to address. So that's what we're gonna do here at 205. Eli Heidenreich. I think getting a fullback couldn't hurt. And I think he's a great fullback, to be honest. Graded out really well for Army, or not Army. Excuse me. That's awful to say. Graded out well for Navy. Really good receiver. Really good runner. Can do both. Just a Swiss Army knife, and I think, if you don't want to re-sign British Brooks, or if you want to improve at that fullback position, Eli Heidenreich is one of the most dynamic fullbacks you will probably see in a couple years, or in the next couple years. So if you're able to get him at 205, I think that's a great pick, to be honest. And then we got 2 left, I believe. Yeah, one at 248, and then one here at 214. Here at 214, don't know what I want to do here, to be honest. Dean Connors, maybe. Bring in another running back just in case you want some more dynamicism with the offense, and you can't find the guy you want in free agency. Lake McCree, great receiver at the tight end position as well. Not the best run blocker though, so I don't think that's really a Nick Caley guy. Jaden Lucas to get some depth outside at corner, and he can certainly play the boundary if you want to. Um, there's that. Leonard Barton's not bad at all at linebacker. Could provide you with some depth there. If you want to consider that, because you haven't gone linebacker this draft. So, yeah, I'm going to go Lander Barton here. Why not? I think you can get your depth corner in free agency, and here with the last pick in the draft, um, mm, I'm torn between Noah Whittington and getting back quarterback. Um, there's no corners there that I really like, so we'll leave that off the table for now. I mean, trading Stukes is not bad. Don't get me wrong. You know what? I'm going trading Stukes. Yeah, he's great. Um, been great for Arizona. I think he'll go higher than that. I think that's a little unfair by PFF, but at the same time, they do have a very accurate mock draft. And this is the total haul. We moved around a lot in this draft. Start off with Ione, then get Freeling and Tinneman in the second. Trade down in the third twice with the Giants pick to pick up a lot of draft capital. Then you take Jake Slaughter, you move around that draft capital that you got in these trades to go get your Beck and Emmett Johnson, and then move down again to get David OK, um, and then move down again, I believe, to get Pat Coogan, and then you move up to get Kojiel, move down from 171 to get 3 picks, which end up being Heidenreich, Barton, and Stukes. So, yeah, that is everything. I will try to zoom out for y'all so y'all can see how it looks entirely. It's a laundry list of players, so just bear with me. I don't know how far I'm going to have to zoom out. I don't even know if y'all can see that. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe you could go one further. No, you can't. You got to be at 50. So yeah, that is the entire laundry list of players. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, please be sure to like, subscribe. And as always, go Texans. It's Texans Takeover, and I'm out. Peace. Hope everyone has fun watching the Patriots game this weekend. It's going to be a good one. And, we'll all be rooting for our Texans to go to the AFC Championship. So, yeah. Thank you all again so much for watching. It's Texans Takeover, and I'm out. See y'all later.